afternoon, and thank you for coming. My name is Emma, and I am the Executive Director of the Missing Children Society of Canada. And again, thanks for being here today. Today is an incredibly exciting day for our organization. As the only organization in Canada that actively investigates and searches for missing children, we are incredibly proud to be launching our CodeSearch program today. What is CodeSearch? CodeSearch is a program that activates, connects, and utilizes corporate Canada with individuals and technology in a way that's never ever been seen in our country. Thousands of children are reported missing every year in Canada, 45,000 alone last year. And we are at a time and place where we can make a real change in that number. We literally can change the landscape of this. Today, I'm going to introduce you to our corporate partners who are helping power this program with their employees, with their resources, in partnership with law enforcement, who are out every single day ensuring that our children don't go missing. And so what you're about to hear is this exciting, groundbreaking program, details on it, and straight from the partners who are going to help make it successful. I'd like to now invite Aaron Salas, who is the Managing Director of Struck Creative, to speak about the technology that enables CodeSearch program to exist.
My name is Aaron Salas, and I'm the Managing Director of Struck Creative. We're a Calgary-based creative firm that deals with communication strategy and technology programs for various clients. We've been working with Missing Children Society for a number of years now, and one of the things we were asked to do was to take a new, fresh look at the way that they were doing what they do. One of the opportunities we identified was the ability to take corporate partners' resources, their people power, and their other assets, and turn them towards the public good. The way that we were able to do that was by creating a technology platform that it consists of a series of mobile apps and a mapping dashboard. The dashboard allows us to store parameters for each of the corporate partners' employees. They can download the app onto their mobile phone, store credentials and any certifications or qualifications that might allow them to play an important role in the search for a missing child. When a child goes missing, we're able to query the database, find people in key locations that might play an active role in the search, and we're able to drill down, push notifications to them, and allow them to check in and mobilize against specific cases. With that connection established, we're able to push ongoing information using a feed from the dashboard to the mobile apps.
I'd now like to ask Natalie Poole-Moffat, the Head of Government and Public Affairs at Apache Canada, to speak about the commitment Apache has made to the search for missing children.
Good afternoon and thank you. I'm Natalie Poole-Moffat and I head up Government and Public Affairs for Apache Canada. We are a leading oil and gas company in Canada, and we have been working with missing children since 2010, and we are excited to continue with our partnership with CodeSearch. At Apache, we are always driving forward and innovating and new ways to do business. It's that type of thinking that led one of our employees to come up with the CodeSearch concept during an ERP exercise. Utilizing human and material resources already available in the field will help speed up the process of getting a child home safely. As a mother and as a member of the oil and gas industry, this is a wonderful initiative that we're proud to support and hope we never have to use. Thank you.
I'd I'd like to ask Corey Evans, the Community Marketing Manager at WestJet, who would like to share a couple of words about WestJet's commitment to Missing Children's Society of Canada.
Thank you, Amanda, and congratulations to the Missing Children's Society of Canada on the growth and support of CodeSearch. On behalf of close to 9,000 employees and our 16 million guests across the country, thank you for all the hard work you continue to do. Over the course of 2013, we will continue to spread your message and encourage Canadians to participate. As an extension of our caring culture, WestJetters are always looking for a way to reach out and help individuals in need. In fact, I've never heard anyone say no when it came to helping find a child that's been lost. Now with the advancement of technology, the Missing Children's Society will be able to reach out and ask Canadians to help. As a WestJetter and a parent of 2 young children, I encourage everyone to participate. Let's hope that this is one of those things you never get called in to be done. Let's hope that we never have to be called on, but give yourself a chance to say yes if you are. Thank you.
I'd now like to invite Jeff Gollan, the Director of Marketing and Communications and Government Relations at Tervita, to speak about Tervita's contribution to the CodeSearch program.
Thanks, Amanda, and good afternoon. Welcome, everyone. Tervita is a proud partner of the Missing Children's Society of Canada, and we're very pleased to be a key part of the launch of Project CodeSearch. Our employees have repeatedly told us that they want the support of the company to become involved to support our employees to become more active in the community. So a partnership with the Missing Children's Society was both a natural fit for our brand and for our workforce. Earlier this year, our company partnered with the Missing Children's Society on its most valuable network by encouraging our employees to sign up to use their social networks to reach out to touch more Canadians and alert them in the need and the event of a missing child. And I'm pleased to say that through the social networks of Tervita employees, we're at nearly 100,000 contacts across Canada. They say it takes a community to raise a child, but it also takes a community to keep a child safe. Just as any community in Canada would rally behind a family in need for a missing child, so too we hope that with Project CodeSearch, that more companies across Canada can rally to support those families. At Tervita, we care about our world and we care about our communities. Safety is our #1 value. Safety at work, safety at home, and safety in our communities. At Tervita, we have more than 4,000 employees spread across various remote and rural communities across North America. That means Tervita has a national network of employees of more than 1,500 trucks, 1,300 cell phones, and 3,000 Canadians in small towns from Newfoundland to British Columbia to lend their support when needed. Now, for us, having a workforce that's so spread out across the country is often a challenge, but I think that's one of the great benefits for a program such as CodeSearch. It means that Tervita employees can put more eyes, more ears, and more boots on the ground to cover more territory across Canada for families in need. When a child goes missing somewhere in Canada, there's a good chance that there's a Tervita employee within range to be on the lookout and, if need be, to act. CodeSearch is an excellent opportunity for all Tervita employees to become actively engaged in making their communities more safe. So we're very proud, Amanda, to partner with the Missing Children's Society and very proud to make our workforce available to make communities safer.
I'd now like to invite Mark Salette, President and CEO of Petroleum Services Association of Canada, who will speak about PSAC's contribution in the search for missing children.
Thank you very much. Petroleum Services Association of Canada. We are honored to be partnering with the Missing Children's Society of Canada for the launch of CodeSearch. PSAC represents more than 250 of Canada's leading petroleum services supply and manufacturing companies who employ more than 65,000 employees. You just heard from Tervita, they're a member of PSAC. Our members have a significant presence across communities. Our members are the face of the industry across Canada, predominantly in the West. Their on-the-ground presence and ability to rally around causes such as helping to find missing children and reunite them with their families will be significant. And PSAC looks forward to encouraging more of our members to come on board with this program. PSAC and our member companies are committed to the communities where they operate, where so many of their employees live. Our members support a number of local community causes and organizations, and I'm confident that we will see CodeSearch as another great opportunity to strengthen that community commitment and a cause that is important to all of Canada. PSAC has a long-standing record of supporting programs, community organizations that directly impact the health and safety of our workers, their neighbors, and their families. In fact, one of PSAC's core values is a commitment to safety in everything we do. Our members are also leaders in the innovation happening in Canada's oil patch. Existing and new technologies are a cornerstone of global energy leadership. I have 2 young children. Many years ago, we took Polaroid pictures of them and kept them in a file just in case they got lost. Now you have an application that's just going around really fast. So significant change in technology since my kids are small. The use and deployment of leading technologies is constantly changing in which way we operate. And we advocate strongly on evolving and deploying innovation to the betterment of our operational and environmental and safety performance. The CodeSearch technology will help to expand the reach of communication when a child goes missing and will no doubt lead to more children being reunited with their families. It is a great example of the use of new technology. PSAC will encourage its members and industry peers to support this incredible opportunity to improve the safety in the communities and to reunite families. Thank you very much.
I'd now like to invite Chief Rick Hansen to speak about how law enforcement will be able to use the CodeSearch program.
Thanks, Amanda. Yeah, it really is a privilege to be here today, and I want to compliment Amanda and the Missing Children Society of Canada for taking the lead on this and bringing this incredibly vital initiative forward. Because I can tell you there's nothing more terrifying to any family than to realize that their child is missing. No matter what we do, it can never be enough. And I can tell you that we mobilize and we do everything that we can to ensure that we're devoting as many resources as we possibly can devote to locating a child when it's been missing. But imagine the comfort that will come to a family when they know that agencies such as NMAX and Apache and WestJet and Terravita and the Petroleum Services Association of Canada are now also assisting in that search. Imagine when families are saying to us, they're asking us the question, are we doing everything possible to locate that child? That we can refer to companies just like this and say that they're also contributing significantly in an effort to locate that missing individual, that missing child. This is a vital tool that will continue to grow as more and more companies become aware of it, but it will be a tool that will continue to prove its value. Even if these are cases where it hasn't been an abduction, even if it's a case where they're resolved quickly because of other means, the mere fact that so many people are notified so quickly through the use of technology, and there's so many eyes on the street that are looking for that missing child, it has to give not only relief to families, but a vital assist to police services like the Calgary Police Service in helping us do our job. There's nothing more vital that contributes to the success of policing in any city, particularly this one, than to have partners like you've heard speaking here today who are so willing to step up to the plate to assist us in doing something that's so important for every single member of this community. As I say, it's a privilege to be here, and it's an honor to be able to work with agencies such as Missing Children Society and the corporations that have been here today and have stepped up to the plate to support this initiative. Thank you.
I'd like to ask Judy Peterson to come and speak. Judy's daughter, Lindsay Nichols, vanished 19 years ago. She's going to speak on behalf of the families that we serve.
My name is Judy Peterson, and I'm the mother of a missing child. My 14-year-old daughter, Lindsay Nichols, vanished in 1993. That summer, I went all over Courtenay and Comox with my roll of Scotch tape and my homemade posters, desperate to find her. I was so relieved when I found out about the Missing Children Society of Canada. They took over the investigation and flooded the province with their professional posters. They helped me arrange media events, and each time I would hope and imagine that somebody would come forward and let us know what had happened to her. But posters and TV was all we had, and we did the best that we could. We didn't have the internet or websites. Facebook, smartphones didn't even exist. All we could do is desperately hope that somebody would see the media and come forward. Lindsay vanished over 19 years ago, and we're facing the 20th Christmas without her. Even after all this time, I can hardly believe that this has happened to Lindsay and our family, and the not knowing is so very difficult. We have looked so hard and searched so long to find her. Over the past decade, I've been lobbying the federal government to implement Lindsay's law, named after my daughter, which would compare missing person DNA to unidentified human remains. And this would be held within the National DNA Data Bank. Lindsay's remains could be sitting in a coroner's office somewhere, and I would never know. Most people don't believe me when I explain to them that this cross-referencing technology does not exist in Canada. And they just can't believe it because we all see it on TV. The technology does exist. Testing protocols are already in place, and the software is there ready to be enabled. All we need is the political will to make this a reality. If you would like to help on this initiative, you can find more information on lindsays.law.com. It's on the slide. The Missing Children Society of Canada has worked very hard to develop new tools to help with their investigations. If this CodeSearch program helps even one family find their child, gets one criminal off the street, or acts as a deterrent in any way, it will save someone from going through what our family has had to endure. I've seen incredible technological advances, and each time I can't help thinking if only this type of tool had been available when Lindsay vanished, maybe we would have been able to find her, or at least have answers. But remember that technology is only part of the solution. It also takes input from the police, concerned citizens, family members. So when you're looking at this type of program, I urge you to have the courage for just one moment to try and imagine what it would be like to have your child vanish. Then imagine how desperately you would want everyone to know right away, and how desperately you would want them to help with the search. Then you can start to begin to imagine how important the Missing Children Society of Canada and this new CodeSearch program will mean to searching families. Thanks.
So you've heard from our family, you've heard from our corporate partners, and you've heard from law enforcement and Calgary Police Service. And this is what is the most amazing thing about today. We have the opportunity right now to ensure a future where our children are safe, where we are so connected as a community that there's nowhere to go. We have the opportunity right now to change the future with this program. I am proud to be a part of this with all of these partners, with our Calgary Police partner, because I know that every single corporation that steps up to participate in this, everybody that is a partner in this program with us, that utilizes this technology, that is literally able to be connected to us within seconds, no matter where you are in Canada, instantaneously, we will pull resources together. Corporate resources can be available immediately to law enforcement as they need it, and millions of people eventually will be connected through this program, ensuring that not one single child goes missing again in our country. I thank you for coming out today. I thank our partners. I thank Chief Hansen, and I thank Judy, because together we are making an incredible difference starting today. Thank you.
Is this something that all police agencies will be in partnership with? So any child that goes missing anywhere in Canada will be able to tap into this?
Today we are launching the beginning of being able to serve Canada. So what you're seeing today, this group of partners and with Calgary Police Service, we are moving the program forward, building it. This program is going to be as successful as the partners sign up. So the more partners that sign up, the vast resources that are available, and yes, absolutely, we will be moving forward with the program nationwide so that all law enforcement are able to use these resources in this program.
Look at the success, I guess, of when you see Amber Alerts on Twitter, that kind of thing, and it spreads like wildfire. Does that give you guys a little more confidence launching a program like this?
Well, as one of our partners spoke, Jeff spoke from Trevita, we launched in May the World's Most Valuable Network, and it started at zero. So the opportunity for the Most Valuable Network was quite simple. Individual Canadians are able to donate their Facebook or Twitter feeds, their social media tweets to us. It's 2 clicks, you donate, and then we're able to post directly on that news feed immediately in Amber Alert situations. There are many situations that aren't Amber Alert, and this is an effective opportunity the same way. So, you know, we launched in May with one. I donated mine first, and we're literally reaching millions of Canadians now in real time. It's truly unbelievable. We know a couple of things really clearly, which is this. If somebody is going to take a child, if an abductor is going to take a child, they need some time and they need anonymity to make that happen. They need to be able to go somewhere with that child, and what we are doing is stopping that.
So a lot of people wonder why Amber Alerts aren't enough. So why is this necessary when we have Amber Alerts?
I think it's necessary because Amber Alerts, while it's an absolutely powerful program, there can never be enough, there can never be too many options. And so Amber Alert, you know, you may not always see it. You may not have access to it where you are. And this is about increasing the power of technology, commitment, people, and really to the people who use it, who need it, which is our law enforcement nationwide. I mean, they are the first responders. They make sure that they are there and finding that child. And what we want to do with CodeSearch is provide them, you know, resources, unlimited resources in the time that they need it.
Can you please? Thank you.
And that's a really good question. There's some really strict criteria around Amber Alert. Police have to believe that the child's been abducted. Police have to believe that the abductee is in danger of serious harm or death. You have to have information about the mode of transportation. The reality is there are a number of kids that go missing, that there is no indication at all that it's an abduction. And there's that critical period of time where the police have to make an assessment as to, is this a child that just wandered away? Is this a child that's just playing at their friend's house? Is this potentially, depending on the age group, is this a runaway? There's all kinds of different missing children that would never meet the criteria of an Amber Alert, but where it's just as critical to get the information out in a timely way.
So should Amber Alerts be expanded, or is it good to have all of these programs? Because, you know, we were talking about it today. It gets confusing for people because which one do you pay attention to? You know what I mean?
Well, I don't think it'll be confusing. I think it'll be real simple. An Amber Alert is basically somebody's been abducted, and here's the information we have. Be on the alert, and this is where the media partners are devoting a whole lot of airtime or a whole lot of video time or whatever to getting the message out there. We have to be very careful because the last thing you want to do is overwhelm a system that people pay attention to. And if all of a sudden every missing child became the subject of an Amber Alert, the risk would be that people quit paying attention. And we cannot afford to do that. With a situation like with CodeSearch, if it's a missing child, if it's a kid that's missing, and it may not be, as I say, anything to do with an abduction, it's still just as important to get that information out in a timely manner. And I'm confident that with our partners, they'll know the difference. I'm confident if they get, say in town, and Max is working in a certain area of the city, and we go through our real-time operations center and say, hey, we're missing a 6-year-old, and this is what he looks like, and he hasn't come home from school, and you've got some NMAX crew working on a light standard somewhere, and they go, hey, you know what, he's watching us right now. Or that's a kid we just saw down at the 7-Eleven store. That falls well short of an Amber Alert, but still provides that vital information that will allow us to resolve a situation far more quickly. And in those situations where there is the uncertainty, where we've got a missing 6-year-old, is it an abduction? Well, let's get the information out through our partners first, and then as information comes through, if it elevates to an abduction, then you could go to Amber Alert. So I think that, I generally err on the side of caution and believe that we got pretty switched on folks out there in Calgary, and they will be able to distinguish when one would kick in versus the other versus two at the same time. But that's a good question. Thanks for allowing that clarification.
I would like to ask maybe one of the operational, to talk about how we are going to work with your employees and the search and using helicopter and things like that. Can you explain this?
Well, for Apaches,
Thank you.
in the case of Apache, we work in obviously all over Alberta, Saskatchewan, and British Columbia. So we'll have an app installed onto iPhones where it will pop up and suggest a child's gone missing in Grand Prairie or wherever. At that point, just like how we put out our emergency response plans, we will activate and get the people in the local area with the local knowledge to be able to help the police in the area, whether it be getting trucks out there or snowmobiles or helicopters, whatever we have access to in that area, we will provide.
But you give them the green light to create their job or what they are doing to go help them?
Well, yes, you know, we'll go out and help them, not at the risk of you know, our jobs or where we're working, but anybody who's available to volunteer will certainly. This is important to anybody. Anybody who's ever lived in a small community understands that when a child goes missing, everybody has to step up to the plate and help. And in our case, we'll happily volunteer our employees' times to do this.